Y'all, we set some traps yesterday. I thought we'd come down here and check them. So welcome to Spirit of the Outdoors. We fixing to see what we got in our traps on our first day. Well, we got a grunter right here in set number 1. I got a can right there by this crossing. And I got another one right there, and there ain't nothing in them. But now I spotted him the other day. I knew he was here. So let's walk on out here and check our other ones. Well, I've got a can right down in there in the center of the screen. You may not can tell. I got a can right there, nothing's in it. It's along this little creek right here. I figured they would be walking that, picking up crawfish. Because yesterday, I don't see one today. Yesterday when I walked up here, me and Brody come set these traps. There was a big old crawfish right there in that shallow water. And you see them mussels down there? Right in the center of the screen, that is a mussel. Well, me and Brody decided late yesterday afternoon that we would come down here and put out a few traps. And I didn't have time to film. I usually film making sets, but I was in a hurry. It was getting dark. In fact, I brought one trap back out. I didn't even see it. I discovered real quick that I wanted to make some adjustments on my anchoring system. The way I put them on my stakes, I think it'll make a lot of difference for me. So I'm going to probably make some changes, but we got a grunter and a gray fox, so I'm happy with that on one day out of, I think I set 4. I set 4 foot traps, and then I put out 3 cans, and that was all we put out. Now I am fixing to put out some live traps. I'll film that probably. I'm gonna try to catch a couple of skunks that's down here, and so we'll have some skunks here before long. Now, y'all, I'm down here close to the road at the end of my house. My neighbor, she lives right here beside me. You can see behind me right here, or lives beside my driveway. She catches more skunks than any trapper I know. Look at this right here. Now, this right here gonna be a dangerous situation because y'all see that skunk? Well, there's 2 skunks in there. See there? Yeah. So guaranteed when we shoot one of them's gonna squirt us. Anyway, we'll try to get a long shot on them. See if we can do it fast enough that maybe we don't get sprayed too bad. And y'all, I am not gonna show dispatching any animals. YouTube don't really like it, and there ain't no point in it. You know what I'm gonna do with them. These are all nuisance animals. I am mostly nuisance trapping and management trapping. It's not that I have a thrill out of just slaughtering animals. These are getting up here on this lady's carport and eating her cat food. So she's trapping them. I'm just coming and dispatching them and then skinning them. That's where I wind up with 90% of my skunks, but I have got a pile of them down here around my pumpkin patch. I am fixing to try to trap them before, and I don't care to just wipe them out, but they have to get back away from the house. We've got way too many of them. So I did decide I'm gonna go ahead and skin this fox. So if you don't like skinning, blood and guts, we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. I know a lot of people don't care nothing about seeing that, and I respect that, so I'm gonna give you due warning before I dive off into it. But I am fixing to go ahead and skin this thing. So I have got him hung up right here. I got this hung up on this thing right here. I can drop it down and hang it on that on this hook thing right here on a chain if I want it to spin, or get it up higher and hook it on that. But I usually drop it down on this rope, and I've just got it like a loop made to where I can cinch it. And I don't try to get a whole lot of fur off of this back. I start right around behind here, and I split to the vent. So I use my steak knife. And y'all, this one here I really like. It's got a sharp tip on it. A lot of these trappers, the tip is not real pointed, but this one is. So I'm going to take my time. I'll edit a lot of this out because there's parts of this that is real tedious, and I take my time, and it'll be slow and boring to you. Okay, now I take this, after I got them both what I call ringed, how you want to say it. If I can get that. What? You can tell when somebody's out of practice. And this thing peed all over itself, so that's why that hair is wet. And I didn't want to get it all on me. Started right here. You can take a fox, a pretty thin skin, and just peel this down. But be careful, you will rip it. And if you want to tan this, you don't want to have to sew up a bunch of extra holes. All right. Okay, once we to this point, I'm gonna back you up just a little bit where you can totally see what I'm doing. Take my knife, and we're gonna cut in behind these tendons just same as you would a deer. That one's already really got a hole. Lay my knife on my stump over here. I can unhook all of that. Now this is a little bit rusty. And I just put that block in there to so now it's not going to be doing all that spinning and whatnot with me. So I can wrap this around, get it up out of my way. Now I'm gonna come right here, we're gonna get our tail. So what I want to do is I take my knife and be easy till I get up under here. And then normally you want to be careful, not cut any holes in your hide. And I know my head probably gets in the way, but I cut around that tail just a little bit. And then on this back side, I split it somewhat. Be careful of doing that you don't split you. And then I keep 2 sticks that I squeeze around that tail. Grab the tail and pull the tail out. Now you can run this knife and you make sure you don't poke it out the back side, but you make sure you split it all the way to the tip, because if you don't, it will rot and the hair will slip out of the tip. Okay, wait it right there. You can peel it like that pretty much till you get down to the head. Then I've got this old nail and I use it to poke down in front of them shoulders. And that's why I like that big fat head on it, as a sure enough nail. And I dulled it where it ain't just kind of sharp, so you can use that as you poke in under them shoulders, and I just kind of work it and see how it comes out under that shoulder right there under that arm. So then you can kind of roll that as it'll roll down, and you can pull that arm. So I do that on both sides. Now right here, you can either cut that off or you can skin it out to the paw. Oh, and I'm probably gonna just whack it off because I very seldom tan the feet on something. And I'm using these furs for my own. If I had somebody that wanted me to tan this for them, and like right there, I can go ahead and pull some of that meat off. Saves you some work in the fleshing process. So, right there, I'm just going to cut them. If I had somebody contact me and say, hey, I want a fur, when you catch one, I want the front feet on it, I can skin it with the feet on it. They don't matter. They're not important to me personally. Okay, now skinning around the head is a trip. Just take your time. Some people grab it and just pull it. I think you can, but it is very, very hard. It just seems like less work to me to just, and I pull this to me for the sake of it not having to be stooped over like that. Boy, y'all, them skunks is smelling right. I went in there and eat some breakfast, and my wife said the whole house smelled like it. I guess I took my rubber boots off in there. It may be on them. She's proud of me right now. Y'all know last year I got squirted by a skunk when I was out here skinning it. I grabbed that tail and squeezed it, and that joker shot me right in the face. I mean, I had a big old yellow smear right down the side of my head. Okay, when you get right here, let me bring y'all over here where you can see more in the background. But anyway, right here, you find the ears on the side of this. You can feel where them ears start. Cut right in there behind them. Right up here. Now, I shot him right in the top of the head, so we finna get down here and find a bullet wound. And I'm just taking my time, y'all. You can get in a hurry and do this faster. But this kind of stuff is not like a race to me. I'm not trying to show somebody on YouTube how fast I can skin one so they think I'm cooler. I already know I'm as cool as the water in a swimming pool. So I really don't have no whole lot I'm trying to prove other than entertain you guys. But now when you get down here to the eyeballs, I need to get this hung a wee bit higher. Because you start getting low down here. Get like Shorty, you know, low, low, low. And there's one of them wonderful flies. This is one of the reasons I went ahead and skinned him. I want this fur and I don't want nothing to slip. It has done started warming up. Now you see I'm getting to an eyeball right there. I want to go back and make sure I cut deep in behind that where I don't make a mess. You'll cut them eyelashes and whatnot out of it if you ain't careful. And if you're not tanning the face, it don't matter. I am. I always tan the head. Alright, I'll pull this to me. I'm below everything. I'm down to the mouth. Alright, done deal. Now we're gonna take it over here, put it on a fleshing beam, and get him fleshed out. Now I got two fleshing beams. Obviously one is a big old piece of pipe and it's for deer hides and all such as this. So I got him on here. We're gonna get him all fleshed out. So anyway, we're gonna end this video right here. Thank y'all for watching Spirited Outdoors. We'll see you next time. Remember, the best way to do things is the way you like to do it. We'll see y'all.